welcome to Season 2 of Go Wildly podcast. We are Emily and Heather, two childhood friends who carry a mic into wild places like rivers, trails, and forests, with wild people to host raw, honest conversations about adventure, healing, identity, and the transformative power of nature. In this season, we're centering the voices of people who call Southern Oregon home. Outdoor enthusiasts and outdoor professionals whose lives have been shaped, changed, or are continually influenced by time outside. Come along as together we go wildly.
Hey, you wildly wonder. Thank you so very much for listening to the podcast. It means the world to us. Okay, I have a little mission. Pause the podcast right here. Make sure that you're subscribed to this guy, okay? It's going to be a fun time over here. And if you so wish, we would love a 5-star review or whatever your heart's inclined to do. Also, leaving us a review truly helps the algorithm, and we appreciate you doing that. Thank you so very much. Also, little tidbit, over on Instagram, we're having so much fun over there. Lots of behind-the-scene footage, some POVs, just some fun, unhinged content. If you love the pod, that's where we go wildly, for sure. So don't forget to follow us over there. Okay, back to the show.
Okay. Real cool. We live
do you?
I live at Callahan's.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow,
Okay.
dope.
So this is a
The
bit of
county
a...
is way cheaper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with land.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like I pay the same property taxes that I did on a 1/4 acre lot in Ashland, and I have 10 acres now.
Wow.
Oh, that's
Wow,
sick.
that's great.
So it's like,
Do you have a little mountain biking pump track there?
oh
and
yeah,
stuff?
I got.
We should have just did that at your place. that would have been sick.
Change locations.
Yeah, location change.
Next time.
Yeah, I run DEVO classes up there.
Okay, that's what I thought, because I've seen, the videos on your Instagram and
Yeah, I
stuff.
have an airbag. We
Yeah,
have
sick.
probably 5 trails. About 150 feet of elevation drop.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, so I can go out there on the e-bike in like 40 minutes at the end of the day and get like
Just get your stoke
1,500
on.
feet of climbing.
Sick.
Yeah. Or the acoustic if I'm feeling,
Rowdy.
yeah,
Feeling like you want an actual workout.
totally.
I don't know, I try to explain to people, like, you can still get that on the e-bikes. It's just takes that edge off.
I mean, do you have to have the electricity running?
You don't have to, but then it's like such a heavy bike.
Can't really do it without, yeah, I mean,
True extra workout.
Yeah.
you guys probably couldn't put me in front. I like to walk fast.
Okay, yeah, get the hell back there.
We'll introduce you.
Yeah, should we do that right now?
We know what we're doing. Okay, hey, good morning. Hello. After whatever time of day you're watching this. Today on Go Wildly, we are excited to be joined by Casey Botts. Casey grew up in Marin County, California, the birthplace of mountain biking.
Hell yeah.
It's probably no surprise that life on 2 wheels and in wild places has always been a part of his story. In 2016, he moved to Ashland with his wife and 2 daughters, drawn by the chance to raise his kids in a place where the outdoors is part of everyday life.
Hell yeah.
Where we are today.
Yep.
When he's not out trail running, mountain biking, hiking, split boarding, backpacking, or belaying his kids while they climb, it's a long list of activities.
I don't really like rock climbing. But I like watching
You like
them
to
rock
stay
climb.
on the ground.
Yeah.
That's fair. Casey is helping to build the next generation of riders. He co-founded the Ashland DEVO youth mountain biking program in 2019 after first launching the Rogue Composite youth mountain bike team a couple years earlier. In 2018, Casey stepped away from his career as a firefighter to stay home with his daughters and pour his energy into building youth cycling opportunities in the Rogue Valley, while his wife continued her work as a labor and delivery nurse. Casey's story is about family, trails, and community, and we're excited to talk with him about building something meaningful on 2 wheels right here in Southern Oregon.
Hell yeah, 2 wheels.
What you like. And today we are in Ashland. We are heading up the Acid Castles Trail up above Ashland, Oregon, and it's beautiful,
already.
sunny day.
Barely started.
So these are some of the best views of Ashland.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Kind of a secret view spot is across the freeway, but there's not too many trails. There's a couple, like the city owns some land over there. You can kind of poach a little bit, but that's where you get like the classic shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is probably my favorite though. Yeah.
Because it's so accessible from town.
Accessible, and like you get into the watershed and there's bigger fir and pine trees, and the views are obstructed a little more. Mm-hmm. And then this little like scrubby oak kind of like madrone zone that's a little lower elevation makes it nice viewpoints.
Yeah.
And all the trees are dying, and the more you cut them, the better views get.
A plus side to dying trees.
Better views.
How did you decide on Ashland?
Well, kind of just a little bit of luck. My in-laws have a ranch in Roseburg, Oregon, so about 2 hours north of here. Mm-hmm. And when they moved here, or to Roseburg, we were still in the Bay Area, and we would drive up to visit them. And this was always like the stopping point to, get out and rest. Okay, get out and rest the legs, or rest the whatever muscles you use when you drive.
Yeah, the mind.
The mind. Yeah. So we'd stop and lift and walk around and get some healthy food from the co-op, and whatever. It's kind of like this little oasis on the drive where we could actually get some pretty good hangout time. Mm-hmm. And we liked it so much that me and my wife took an anniversary trip up here and spent some more time, and we were like, wow, wouldn't this be a cool place
shit.
to raise our kids and be a part of. Like the trails were amazing. I would bring bikes up and go for a quick ride. And we kind of looked at each other like, wow, that might just be crazy enough to pull off. Yeah. So I was a firefighter at the time, and firefighters work.
Urban firefighter?
I was at the time, yeah.
Okay. Wait, you don't have a mustache? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, well, I don't work there anymore.
That's a requirement.
Yeah, you got to filter out that smoke, right?
Is that what they say?
I think like in the 1800s, that's what they said, and then it stayed a tradition. Yeah. Amazing. We had some gnarly mustaches on the crew. Anyways.
Mustache competitions?
Yeah, here and there over the years. I've had one a couple times in my life, but I never had like the curly Q one,
Yeah.
Where they really go off.
Pretty hard to maintain, I think.
Yeah, no, you gotta have the wax. You gotta have the wax.
I love this mustache conversation. Actually, I have a mustache.
Oh yeah, on your finger.
My finger. Cool.
You took an anniversary trip.
Oh yeah. So we, anyways, firefighting. Yep. The schedule kind of allows you to live far away from where you work a lot of times.
Really?
And so it's like, wow.
Why is that though?
Because you work blocks of days. So I would work like, the normal schedule would be 2 days on, 4 days off. But you work 48 hours, right? Like you're waking up at night and going to calls. So then you do trades and you can work like 4 days on, 8 days off.
Okay,
and then it becomes really doable to live far away. Because I worked in West Sacramento, and don't want to offend anybody, but I wanted to live as far away as I could from Sacramento. And this was a good fit anyway. So I was able to do that. So right up here, we're going to cut back.
Go up here?
If we can.
And you just live at the fire station when you're working, so there was no extra.
So it was like a 4-hour drive, 4-hour drive 4 times a month to get from here to there, which I thought was doable. So,
are we going this way?
Yeah, we'll go that way. Yeah, so we made the move. I guess that's it in a nutshell. We were trying to get away from the traffic and kind of like
California prices.
California vibe. I grew up there, but I wanted to be kind of closer to bigger mountains and activities than I had. We had good stuff in the Bay Area, but it's all kind of like look, don't touch. Like you can walk around the reservoirs, but you better not swim in them, or no driving on the fire roads, that kind of thing. And the access was just so incredible here. That was a big draw.
Why do you have an idea or know why it was so limited there in that way?
Just a lot of like
Just too many people or
most
historical?
I think just
damage?
historical just kind of the vibe, I don't know, the vibe of California is a lot of like over management and
Well, there's a lot of people. I feel like
there's more
it's
people.
you have to regulate more when there's so many
Regulation, that's
more.
what I was looking for. Yeah. But then, you know, if you don't regulate it, then you wind up with like trash dumps everywhere.
Right. That's
So, but I felt like it went too far the other way. Like, there's barely any mountain bike legal single track in Marin County
what?
because the horse lobbyists
Oh,
are
shit.
like huge and very well funded.
Whoa,
And so historically, they've just sued every project there until it doesn't happen.
that's sad.
So yeah,
Do you say the forest or horse?
Horse.
yeah,
Nay.
yeah.
They say nay.
The equestrian-
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't realize that was such like a big pool. Like they had
Down
such a
there it
big
is,
pool.
Yeah, I mean it's still like the same amount of people relative to mountain bikers and hikers, which is like, you know, I don't want to throw out a wrong number, but 0.5% of the user group, maybe,
Yeah.
maybe less. But
Oh, I've just been.
yeah, it was a good view.
Yeah.
Yeah, so kind of looking around and thinking like, I want somewhere with better access, less traffic. Four Seasons was kind of a draw.
4 seasons.
'Cause, you know, I lived the day trip to Tahoe life for several years,
Heck yeah.
which is a lot of driving, but people in the Bay Area just do it. And then once you live somewhere where you don't have to, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now
I'm
like,
going down for. I'll have to ask you where some good places are to actually ride now that I know it's
Oh,
so
yeah.
limited.
there's spots
But-
for sure.
Yeah, my girlfriend, she lives in Concord, so
Yeah.
like right outside of Oakland.
Yeah.
She lives on this butte area, like the backing, like her house kind of backs up to this like kind of like Cathedral Hills vibe.
Yeah. I don't know that
But
zone very well. The other thing
we're
about the
gonna
Bay
go-
Area is that like you are like sucked into your zone. So like that, I probably grew up like 25 miles from Concord,
Okay.
but I don't know if I've ever like been there other than driving through
Yeah.
or like ridden the trails. It's not like, oh, I'm just gonna go to Mountain on the Road,
Right. Yeah.
because it probably would take 3 hours to get to Concord most times of the day.
Dang. Yeah. I don't know. We're gonna try to go ride. I don't know, somewhere maybe in the Santa Cruz Mountains too. We'll see what's
Yeah,
maybe potentially.
that'll
But-
be cool. I've ridden there like once or twice, but mostly all my riding was in Marin and Sonoma counties
Okay.
down there.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
So you started mountain biking pretty young?
Yeah, super young, like 10 maybe.
Okay.
My dad was a big like OG mountain biker. He's since kind of switched to hiking just because he's getting older and doesn't
Still
want to hit
staying
his
active,
head.
though.
Super active. He just did the JMT like 2 years ago.
Wow.
which is
That's
pretty cool.
awesome. That's gonna be me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So-
have some
Manifest.
Airbnb guests right now that are in their probably like early 70s that
Yeah.
are here visiting to train for doing the PCT.
oh, nice.
I'm like, that's
Good
just
place to train.
badass and inspiring.
Yeah, my dad, he turned 70 in November, and last June he came up, and myself, my daughters, and him, we all did the Ashland Hill Climb.
Cool.
So it's 3 generations on the hill climb.
That's
cool.
awesome.
That's
epic.
sick.
Yeah. I forget what we were talking about.
So your dad got you into mountain biking pretty young.
Yes.
He set a good example
So
of being
he would ride
one
his
himself.
bike to work from Marin to San Francisco.
Wow.
And instead of
Cool.
just like commuting, he would like ride up and over Mount Tam on a
Yeah.
mountain bike. So like his commute was literally a mountain bike ride, and it didn't have to be, which I grew to really appreciate as I got older. But yeah, so it feels like every Sunday morning, but it was probably like 4. Like he would wake me up early, like, you know, before the sun came up, and we would go do a full ride and come back before everybody in my family woke up, like my siblings. And I just remember like instantly thinking that was the coolest thing. Like you're out in these nature environments and like looking at these reservoirs and like the fog's coming up, and we had like a log where it was like hot chocolate log where he'd like pull out the hot chocolate, and You know, it was just like,
Oh, that's cool. He was really creating those core memories for you.
yeah. And he like, you know, now we know, like, we can like look at like an influencer or whatever and be like, oh, that's a good idea. But like, he was just shooting from the hip. He's like, well, this log looks good for hot chocolate. Like, let's do it.
Yeah, no. He's an OG.
Yeah. So
Outdoorsy.
Truly making an influence on you.
100%. Yeah. So yeah, I started riding super young. I had a group of probably like 4 or 5 friends who were into it as well. And then like right after that, like, a couple years later, it became like the freedom of like, oh, now I'm 5th, 6th, 7th grader and I can get on this machine and like go away from everybody else with my friends and just experience, you know, the independence. And that was like a big thing.
We hear that a lot. That's the trend in at least Larry's and I think someone else's. It's like, it's an independent machine.
Yeah, someone
like,
shows you how to do it and then you do it and you're responsible for, you know, everything on your own. And I remember like really early, you know, like when you live in Marin and you ride bikes, you either get bored of riding mountain bikes or you start poaching trails because you get sick of fire roads all the time. So I remember.
What's poaching trails mean?
So poaching trails is like trails that you're not supposed to ride your bike on, but sometimes they're really fun to ride your bike on. And it's definitely like in the culture in Marin because there's been no path to access. So it's kind of like, well,
You make your own path.
yeah, and you know, as an 11 or 12-year-old, you're not thinking about repercussions or anything. So yeah, we were out there as like little Groms, just like ripping through Madrone Canyon and the Kent Woodlands and like not a fear in the world of what happens if you get caught, and never did. But definitely pretty cool. You feel like you're in Star Wars, you know, riding through the redwoods. And
Yeah.
yeah, it was just like
Cool.
instant hooked, you know. I went away from it in high school. I played team sports. I've always been like pretty big on the values of team sports, but yeah, I probably when I was 19, I got back into it with my brother who was younger. He was probably 14 at the time. We started riding a lot more, and then yeah, I never really looked back from there. Just kept riding more and more.
I was going to ask if you were the only one of your siblings that your dad introduced you to, or
Yeah, my brother as well. My sister never really got into it. She was like competitive volleyball player and played in college, and like that was like kind of all she did. But my brother got into it, and maybe not as heavy as I did, but yeah, he still comes up and like he can hop on a bike, and he's like
He rips.
the
Cool.
skills. You learn something.
Yeah,
under the age
it's like
of
riding a
12.
bike.
It's like you just go, you know.
Yeah.
But,
Well, I'm trying to get Emily on a bike
yeah,
because she has.
we can walk and talk about that.
yeah. Never too.
I know, that's what I
just
tell
saw
her.
this really cool quote. It was like so simple but so good, and I'm gonna butcher it because I don't
okay.
have the best memory. But it was basically like you can think you're too old to start something, but you'll never be as young as you are right now.
Facts.
So start it, you know.
Yeah.
It's more like
She's
I
a fear.
have a lot of I have
That's a
like
fear.
a weird fear and anxiety around it. That
Yeah. Well,
I
that's
very simply like crashed my bike into the curb at my front door when I was like 6 years old and slammed my face on the handlebars.
that's enough to do it.
And
And that created a trauma around
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You're open to it, you said,
I'm
though.
very open
So
to it, but
I just
even,
need to take
a
you
beach
out.
cruiser on a flat path, I'm shaking
Yeah.
for the first 30 minutes. And like I
You're just
got
not
a bike.
comfortable.
I'm
Yeah.
super uncomfortable.
Well, I would just take you to a school.
Yeah,
And we
totally.
would just ride
That's the
very
progression.
casually
Yeah,
until.
we start all our younger kid programs in Devo at schools.
Yeah.
On flat ground.
Yeah.
'Cause
Very
it's like,
flat.
you know, some people have the attitude of like, oh, they'll figure it out, just send them out there, but that's a recipe for creating a
Disaster.
bad experience.
And the trauma that comes along. I know multiple people. Who did we talk to? Was it me or somebody? I just recently talked to somebody too that just had a couple bad experiences on a bike, and they're like, I'm never going to get on a bike again.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
I'm
shit.
super open and into overcoming fears and facing challenges and knowing that I've done other hard things and things that other people would be like, I could never fucking do that.
Yeah.
Right.
That I do really easily. So I'm into it. but it just hasn't moved up on my priority list of
Well, it's been winter.
There's too many
other fun things to do.
You know what's funny? It's like I feel how you feel about biking with river rafting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like
so
whitewater. Yeah.
kindred opposite spirits.
Yeah. Like I respect it and appreciate it, and I wish I could, show my girls because I think they'd have a blast, but like it's absolutely terrifying.
How old are your girls?
13 and 12.
Oh, we got a kayak camp.
River rafting.
Yeah.
We got a kayak camp,
Oh,
a
yeah?
youth kayak camp coming up.
Yeah, there's a youth kayak camp happening in the Galice area in June, I think. I can send you the date.
Shout out. I think I'm going to get cruised.
In June 3 that we were trying to find some sort of camp, actually.
Dude.
Oh, perfect. This
That
may
could
be
be cool.
serendipitous.
It could be.
That was I grew up on the river. My parents were river guides in the 70s.
Oh, cool.
So it was like all we ever did.
Yeah.
And then I did a youth kayak camp when I was 10 and was into it for a while, and then I got more into rafting, and now I'm getting back into kayaking.
Nice.
And
Okay.
it's like riding
It's
a
like
bike.
single little short. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. And really like the skills, the paddling skills have come back very, very naturally. The rolling skills, a little harder.
Little known fact: Ashland funds a poop collector on trails. No.
Casey Bots.
Somebody's coming back, yeah. Loop trails. People are coming back for it.
Well, hopefully you moved it over. They might not see it. No.
Don't worry. They always remember. And if they forget, they pick up 2 piles next time they're out somewhere.
Yeah, 100%. Anyways,
Yeah, so back to you. Siblings getting into biking. Dad got your other brother into biking, not to mention sister. And we're still kind of in the
yeah.
what was it like growing up?
I don't know if my dad got my other brother into biking. I think it might have been at that point. He was 5 or 6 years younger. And I think there were just more kids biking than the technology just comes up so
I also
quick.
feel like biking is just like, as a kid, like that's what you do. Like you have a bike and you
they were
bike.
always biking around town anyways. I'm pretty sure my sister was doing that. I just don't think she ever mountain biked.
But
Mountain biking
on
special.
a bike at least. I think that really is a very quintessential
Childhood, like you bike, you learn how to
Unless
bike.
you live somewhere like this where the trails are right there as a kid, it's going to be really hard for you to get that experience.
True.
You can get the bike experience, but this is very unique.
It is. I agree.
And Grants Pass has it now too,
Yep.
which is super cool.
Yeah.
It's really coming
We
up,
do.
literally.
With the Dollar Mountain, baby, we still favor Cathedral.
Yeah.
Well, it's
For intro.
there's some nice little lines too, some cool little trails, but that's just the one we really crank out miles in for a group ride because there's no really barrier to entry as far as a steep climb up.
Yes.
Summertime we'll switch over to motor, and I'm trying to get Sean on board also with going to Dollar, but Sean's not super into the steep climb in the beginning. And
Don't they have more trails planned? Would they ever,
Yes, yeah.
Could they reroute the climb trail?
I don't know. I don't know. I was thinking about doing a survey,
Yeah.
community survey to see what everybody, or at least the mountain bikers thought about it,
Sure.
which I think would be beneficial. Because even Marshall said, he's like, oh, that climb trail in the beginning is a little rough. Was it Marshall?
I think so.
Yeah.
You spent some time out there. So one thing, we'll just keep a heads up on the blind corners. Just
Bikes.
There are
very
bikes
high speed.
using this?
High speed
Yeah.
trail. One of my favorites.
Cool. That's what we want.
So here's the acid castles.
Oh my gosh, cool.
Goodness.
The famous.
This is all poison oak coming up.
Ooh, yeah, it is.
Doesn't have its leaves yet.
Yeah.
But
I've already got some.
Don't go too far off there.
I'm not allergic.
You already got, you're
Yeah, it's on my
battling?
arm.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So there is a clearing up there, or we can check out these rocks. That one might have a tree falling. But there are some open spaces down here if you want to explore around, or we can just go up to
We can just go up to the thing, Jingy.
You want to see the rocks? You've never been to the rocks.
Well, I'm just my shoes.
You're not in the proper footwear yet.
I really am not. I can appreciate them from here, though.
Yeah, it's good views. You're kind of.
Yeah.
I gotta go cut that tree up. But looks like that tree just fell on that one.
We've had some pretty epic storms the last couple weeks.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah.
Tune into our YouTube to see what this looks like. Well, video on Spotify too.
Yeah.
But you get a better.
Clearing.
I feel like you get a better viewer experience on YouTube for sure.
For sure. Higher quality, bigger screen potential.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
most
pretty
people
cool.
aren't
You
listening to Spotify on their computer.
See up into the main drainage there.
Yeah. I was just telling Emily on the way up, I was like, oh, if I could get Sean to move to Ashland or just close, like, I love it here.
Yeah, it's, I think we already talked about it, but like for me, it's like the winters and not having the fog.
Yeah.
Because growing up in the Bay Area, it was foggy a lot.
We have a ton of fog that settles in our little bowl of a valley in GP. It's almost like, I don't know, it's almost,
right?
huh?
It can affect your mood.
Yeah.
Oh, girl.
We've had many lengthy discussions about the way that the fog affects the mood and how either you succumb to it or you have to work really hard
Well,
to
that's the thing, yeah.
overcome it.
It's same with like winter in general.
Yeah.
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 So like I love winter. My wife is not a snow sports person. She hates winter. So.
Yeah, you either have to have an activity that brings you life.
Yeah, let's do it.
Brings you life at that time, or you have to accept that we are bears and we must also hibernate.
Yeah.
And
Maybe it's a
rest is
time
also
to chill.
important,
For sure.
and we just
I
have
actually
to
like
settle
it because
down.
the days are short, so like you feel it's like 4 o'clock and you skied, all day for me, and I'm like, wow, it's getting dark. Like my day's over.
Yeah,
You know?
well done.
Like
I can go
June,
relax.
It's like 9 o'clock, and I'm like, I need to be doing something. I'm
Yeah.
so tired.
Yeah, I like that also about winter. That it's just like, okay,
Yeah.
it's dark, time to chill.
Yep.
There's no reason to
start
be.
a fire.
Yeah. Read a good book.
Cool.
Drink some hot chocolate.
That's it.
Yeah, totally. I don't know. I had a pretty hard time with the fog this year, but I also,
Well, the less rainy it is, the foggier it's going to be.
Yeah.
So that's like the inverse.
right.
And where I live, we don't even get the Ashland fog where I live, which is pretty sweet.
You're above it.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. And we pay for the extra commute time,
Yeah.
but it's pretty nice to have blue sky. I drop my girls off. I'm like, have fun in the fog. And I run back up to my place, and it's like blue sky.
Do you have to commute in every day?
Yeah. Yeah, we're like 16, 17 minutes from their school.
Okay. So
But
there's
it's
no
a really
bus for
pretty
them.
drive. There is a bus, but it rolls through at like 7:20. I don't feel like being that mean to my kids. And,
Yeah,
like,
that's nice of you.
and then it comes back at like 4:45. Like, that's a lot of bus time.
Yeah, that's a long day. That's
Yeah.
a work day
It's not worth it.
for a child.
And like we work schedules. We kind of designed our schedules around having one parent around the kids all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not just gonna sit there and wait for the bus. Like I'm gonna go. If it was 10 minutes, I would. But if it's an hour,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd rather hang out with them.
That's good quality, valuable time.
Yeah, 100%.
Every minute that you have with them is
Yeah.
precious.
Can I help set one up? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. I'm just getting this dialed in a little bit.
Do you want to?
Setting up all
The
chairs.
only thing is
Getting dialed.
Like you see where the marks are.
That's where the bikes.
There's a trail right here, and it's really high speed.
Mm.
I don't know if we'll see anybody. It's probably kind of rare, but they'll see us.
Okay. Are they going off the side here randomly?
They
no.
just
Okay.
stop,
They're
slow
stopping.
down here.
Okay.
That'd be scary if it
Yeah.
launched down there.
Yeah, you get poisoned up.
Yeah. I don't
You roll into poison oak.
This is my
Ching ching.
one spot
Oh
right now.
my
It looks
god.
like I got bit.
Ooh, yeah, it
But-
does.
It's,
Ooh,
actually,
girl.
it's not that bad compared to how I would normally get it.
I used to get it really bad, and I did wildland firefighting for like a decade almost, and I would just get it, but I liked the job so much I didn't care. But I used to put my boots on with latex gloves.
Smart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every morning.
Oh,
Did
that's
you
a good
ever
idea.
find any kind of trick to reduce your reaction or?
Yeah, I think they're all like anecdotal, but gosh, what would I do? So like immediately after you think you've been in it, you have to take like
coldest shower?
A cold shower. Or like nothing hot, you know, because the heat will spread it early. But then I found that after it's gotten, I never found the heat to like spread it after a couple days.
Yeah. Once
then
it's been washed off, the only place that it shows up is where it already originally touched.
Yeah, exactly. And I think a lot of people don't believe that.
A lot of people think that
But
the
it's real.
oil in the rash
don't know what I'm
continues to spread,
I'll do it.
and it's not like that. It's only
Yeah.
the initial contact, and then once it's been, unless you keep making contact with the oil.
Or unless you get it like systemically.
Yeah.
That's the curveball.
Yeah.
But I knew people who would get like, have to go get like,
Shots.
The prednisone shot. Or,
well, I used to get prednisone, but no, for like when you inhale it.
oh, yeah.
Ooh, rough.
That's my
And I don't-
darkest, deepest fear.
I don't know what it's called, but some sort of like nebulizer treatment
Okay.
that would do that. And I never had to do that, luckily. But for me, the boiling hot water.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I say
Feels so
orgasm?
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
the best feeling in the world.
I've
Like,
been experiencing those twice a day for
God,
last week.
it's almost worth getting a little patch. Like, I would take that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially depending on where it's located.
Yeah. for sure.
It can feel better.
I used to get it like, man, I had it once where it was like just bubbles of skin. And
Rough.
I had like a month worth of like, once it was healing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to show you a picture of my last like really bad reaction my last breakout.
But I
'cause it
feel
was
like, so I remember a doctor telling me like, this is just going to get worse.
before it gets better.
Well, they told me it would just never get better. Like but then, no, not at the time, but like over my lifetime. Like I'm not going to build
Okay.
an immunity. But then I did.
Oh.
And maybe I was just in it more than they thought I would be. Because I don't get it like I used to.
Because usually it is like the more you're exposed to it, your immunity reduces.
Yeah.
But
So when I did Wildland on the hand crew, we were all a bunch of dummies, you know, in our early 20s. And one prank we would do is you'd take like in Marin, there'd be like stalks of poison oak. Oh no, yeah, I've been
that's
there.
just my face part of it.
That's a good one.
Then it was also
When you wake up and you're like, my eye won't open.
my eye wouldn't open. It was both of my hands.
Oh, it's so shiny.
Yeah.
This is this.
I've never
This
gotten
is
poison oak.
November of 2023. Can you see that? That's both my hands.
Oh God.
And I couldn't do anything for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I couldn't use my face. I couldn't use my hands. I just had to like lay on
Oh my
couch.
God. Jesus.
Yeah. So sorry, trigger warning.
Let me see it. Oh my God, Emily.
And it was like on the back of my neck. It was up my arms. My dog had gotten in it, and then he laid on my
the
pillow.
dogs. Like, spread
And then
it.
I laid on my pillow.
Dude, that's rough.
Yeah, we would take these huge stalks and we would, you'd walk up behind like somebody on the crew and you just stamp their back with it.
Oh my
purpose?
God.
Yeah.
That's evil.
No, they'd be wearing like their yellow Nomex, you know? And then when you clean the Nomex, it leaves a chemical ring around it. So like all our crew members would have these black stamps of different diameter circles on our backs. Every once in a while, if you were super sensitive, it would get into your skin.
Yeah.
And then you'd have like this red rash of a ring, like a massive ringworm, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, they told us to stop doing that.
That'd be me. I've gotten it before. I went to a show out at the Applegate Lodge and I hugged somebody. And like 3 days later, I woke up with poison oak all along the inside of both of my arms and down one side of my face and neck, which had been the hug. It's like, that's fucked up. So I stopped hugging hippies at the Applegate Lodge. after
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you probably saved yourself from other potential contagions as well.
Quite possibly.
There we go.
I'm gonna go
That's
pee over
better.
here. Is that cool?
Perfect.
Yeah,
yes.
go pee pee.
Use the
We're
facilities.
we're gonna get the pee-pee sound on the. Ah! It's gonna pick it up.
Mike's pretty far from that. Mike's on his hat, and if we just talk while he's peeing, then
It does sound like a babbling brook.
You didn't know this, but actually there is a beautiful creek with a waterfall just trickling.
just right off to the
Actually,
side of us. They're coming.
Two
up.
people. Hi. Okay.
It just looks really hard to pedal uphill.
It is. It's a workout.
This is a hard
It's a
one.
workout.
But you can get there from back roads too and just come down this, make a loop.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my seat.
Yep.
Yeah, you're in the hot seat. Middle.
All right.
Yes.
Welcome.
Yeah. Welcome to the Go Wildly podcast. This has been great so far.
I'm generating some good content.
You know,
I feel so self-conscious
Yeah, you are.
about this. Do I look just like an idiot?
No.
Most of our like summer recorded episodes
Are all on the hat.
On the hat.
Okay.
If you feel self-conscious about it, we could put it, now that we're not walking, you could put it on your,
And you look out
yeah, here, we'll do that. I'll help you.
because you can see it, huh? And it's like in your peripherals.
Looks like I'm like an art project. Like
Yes,
one of
you
those
are. There we go.
doodles.
There, perfect. Perfection.
Cool.
I have to admit that I've never gotten poison oak. Ever.
Yeah.
I don't know
You
why.
probably don't get it then.
Yeah.
Because my wife doesn't get it either.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I've had like a little scratchy or something one time, but like also I've never like rolled around in it to know.
Me either.
Yeah, I figured
I
like
don't know.
my wife would have got it from my
You
clothes
having it, yeah,
over the years.
and managing the
And
clothes,
I think
laundry.
she's just, and so my older daughter doesn't get it that bad, and my younger daughter gets covered. And my younger
Oof.
daughter looks like a young me, and then my older one looks more like young Allison.
Genetics.
Yeah.
So I think
Well,
she just doesn't get it.
I thought that maybe I like don't get it because my dad doesn't get it, which is like a thing. But he said that he doesn't get it because growing up he drank goat milk that the
Oh, I've
goats
heard
would
this
eat.
too.
But that's not like genetically transferable. But maybe it is in some.
It is.
I don't know. Bio is weird. How things work is a little odd. So maybe it's like
Yeah, maybe.
maybe we evolved in that 30
I mean,
years.
if your mom had drank the goat milk, that might make more sense.
Yeah,
If you,
no.
you know,
Especially then you're drinking her milk.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's why you're not supposed to drink alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah. Or smoke. Or,
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. You get a little bit of it.
all like filters down, just like if a fish eats some kind of pollutant and then
Yeah,
the bird
bottom
eats the
feeders.
fish and then
Yeah, totally.
the cougar eats the bird, like it all might bioaccumulates.
Yeah, I just tell people that's why you don't get poison oak.
Yeah, because your dad drank
The goat's milk.
goat's milk.
The goat's milk.
Mhm.
Well, that's what I kind of assimilate it to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, well, maybe that's it. But like I said, I've never.
I think there's like a percentage that doesn't get it, like a high percentage, like 25, 30%. of people.
Well, maybe I'll test it out this year and I'll be like, see what happens.
Yeah, I had a friend who did that.
And then
We were
got
on a
it.
hike and he's like, I don't get it. And he's like, I'm like, oh God, it's all.
Like, do not do that around me.
Yeah. He
I mean,
didn't
I get it from like looking at it.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
different strains too. So like the Bay Area coastal strains,
I was going to
I will
ask if.
still get that. I'll get it worse down there to this day than I will in like my in-laws' property in Roseburg.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wonder, like, you used to get it really bad, and then now that you don't get it as bad, maybe it's because it's the
Yeah.
variety that's up here is a little
Or
different.
maybe it's like honey, and like the
Oh.
benefits of local honey are supposed to be like if you live within like 5 to 10 miles.
That's what they say. Yeah,
Maybe it's
the
like that for poison oak too.
poison oak honey.
Yeah.
I've tried eating poison oak honey to reduce my reaction, and the only way has been to just
Yeah.
basically not be
touch
outside.
it. Yeah. Not touching it normally works.
Yeah. But like I'll get it from dogs, I'll get it from other people who have been in it, I'll get it from
Yeah.
like,
So yeah.
I'm just super allergic.
You did pretty good last year when we went on a lot of hikes and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. We did a lot of water-based recreation,
Yeah.
like water vicinity recreation. And so if there's a way that I can rinse real quickly, that's really helpful.
That's also the key, the quick rinse, because the urushiol binds quicker to certain people than others. So like the faster you can get it off,
I don't.
Also allergic to the oil on the skin of a mango, which is the same oil,
Whoa.
and only like 1 in a bajillion people who are allergic to poison oak are also allergic to that. So I can't touch a mango.
Yeah.
I can't pick up a
Weird.
mango and slice it, and if somebody else slices it for me, like they have to rinse the knife and
I didn't know there
Take
was
it off the
like
cutting
that
board and-
association. That's cool.
yeah, raw cashews like still in their shell, and mangoes have the same oil as poison oak.
Wow.
It's fucked up.
Dang. You know, I was gonna say too. Like, I don't know if this is anything to do with it, but I also like when we're in really like when we're camping and stuff, and we're in really like heavy mosquito-y territory. I don't really like they don't flock to me, and I don't really get mosquito bites. But Sean will get eaten up.
Yeah.
And I've heard it's like your CO2 output. I've heard it's like blood type. I've heard so much. Like I never really like get any ticks on me being out either. Like I've never
We need
really.
to study you.
Yeah.
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 need
It's
to do,
like a
blood
superhero origin
transfusions.
story.
Yeah.
You got dunked in the vat of like protecting.
Yeah, I'm an outdoors superhero.
Yeah.
Just don't get any of the
That
things.
could make like a good comic strip.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah,
We need to find a graphic artist who
Yeah.
could create this for us.
Yeah.
that's kind of cool. I don't know. We're always like, I wonder what that's about, because Sean just gets eaten up to the point where like we won't. Well, we still camp and stuff, but he's like really sensitive, and he's
You
like,
gotta go
"These
at the right time of year,
fuckers," just
probably.
and he just deets it up. He's like, I need the real deet. I can't use any of that, like herbal
I
stuff.
always try the hippie stuff first, and
It never works.
See how vicious the mosquitoes are. Like, can they be warded? by that?
yeah.
The
Or do
lady
you
in
just gotta
the,
go?
Fabric store yesterday suggested keeping cedar balls in your pockets,
Okay.
and that will keep mosquitoes away.
Interesting.
I love all those like little home remedies, like what you
Yeah.
should do, and
I know. I think
It's kinda funny.
Some of them probably work pretty well, and some
or
of
at
them
least
are
keep
made
them
up.
at bay.
But
And some of it really does depend on you.
yeah.
Yeah,
Some things work for other people.
totes. It does. It's totally just chemistry.
Yeah.
I also have a really rare blood type.
That probably
Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's why the mosquitoes
I'm like-
don't want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, ew, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Like, we don't see
you're
that
like
person.
the escargot of
Yeah.
blood.
What type is it?
It's AB positive or negative. It's the more rare one.
Interesting.
I think negative. Yeah, because that's like an A. Like they don't know where that like negative RA factor came from or whatever. I don't know. I've been told whenever I like go to do blood work,
Yeah.
they're like, you really need to think about giving blood. I don't have the
Oh.
extra rare one. There's one that is like insanely rare. I'm just like a step above that.
Medium rare.
Medium rare. Yeah, medium rare. So, but I don't know exactly what it is. But I've just been told like, Heather, you need to be giving blood. I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'll think about it. Anyway,
Think about it.
So-
let's get back to Casey here.
yeah.
I want
I
to know
don't know
about.
about blood
I want to
type.
know about Devo.
Yeah.
I want to know where
Origin
Devo came
story.
from,
Yeah,
what
sure.
Devo
Yeah, cool.
is, what it stands for, why you're doing it, how.
Yeah. Everything, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Who, what, when, where, whys.
so Devo, basically, well, in a nutshell, it's a youth development program to teach mountain bike skills to kinder through 12th graders. It started, well, I moved here, right, we talked about on the hike, from Marin County, and right when I was graduating from high school there was like this kind of uptick in like organized club sport mountain bike stuff. And I had some friends who were on kind of the early teams, and worked with one of the founders of NICA, who is it's the National Interscholastic Cycling Association. So NICA is huge now. I mean, there's, I don't know, tens of thousands of student athletes in NICA across the country. But at the time, it started at Berkeley High School across the bay from where I grew up. And yeah, I thought it was pretty cool, but I never did the team, but I knew about it, and I had friends who did it, and it looked cool. Mountain bike racing. I'd never thought about racing or anything. And yeah, so I put that on hold, but that's just kind of the background of like, I knew these programs existed, and cool, right? And then so when I had kids and we moved up here, And back in Marin, I'd see like groups of kids riding on the trails on the fire roads. And so like, even though we didn't have like the really cool single track and features on the trails, there'd be groups of kids riding out there. So when I moved here, all of a sudden it flipped and there was all this epic single track trail, which is like, I don't know what the equivalent in like a really sweet rapid compared to like the boring stuff, you know, right?
Totally. A standing wave that you can serve.
Yeah, sure. Stuff like, yeah. So single track is like the holy grail for mountain bikers. Like that's what you want to be riding. And, but I didn't see any of the kids or the organization around it. So I'm like, oh, my daughters hopefully will get into this one day. And, it'd be really cool if they had friends to ride with. And like, is there a high school team? I Googled Ashland High. There's no mention of any mountain biking stuff. I'm like, oh, this is crazy. Like the access is so good. I mean, you literally can be on the trails 10 minutes after you get out of school. And so at the time I was doing my research, I stumbled across this website for this brand new thing. And it was the Oregon League. And the Oregon League was this was 2017. Was going to be in its inaugural season in 2018. And basically somebody had moved here from San Francisco, moved to Oregon. They're in Portland, Heather Wolfgang. Shout out Heather Wolfgang.
Yep. Hi, Heather. We just had a meeting with her.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. She's cool.
Amazing. So her and Kurt, her husband Kurt, moved up and they started the league here. And they had coached in San Francisco and knew how valuable the program was and they started it. So somehow I saw in my research of like what's around for kids, this league was starting. It's like, if you're interested in starting a team, email here. And I was like, oh, this has to be some sort of divine intervention because I don't know. And at the time I was a firefighter. So when you're a firefighter, you work block schedule, like I was telling you, but when you're off, like you don't bring work home. Right. So I had like 4 to 8 days of basically just like doing family stuff that I could put into starting a team. So I had the time and the energy. So I emailed Heather, we had a conversation and we got this NICA team rolling. We did a bunch of recruitment at like local events in town. And I want to say, and I found some other coaches who were willing to help me out.
Yeah, you got to have the coaches.
You got to have support. It's not a one person show by any means.
That's what I'm finding.
And we, I think we started with like maybe 10 to 14 kids the first year.
Wow. That's a good starting amount.
Yeah, I guess it was at the time. I mean, now we have 40, so it seems like a small team, but I think it was good. And we're kind of like the bad news bears, you know, like these kids are showing up in like full faces and goggles and full pads and like these super clap bikes. And we're like, oh, we're actually like a cross country team, right? Like technically, like it's focused on cross country. And cross country is like climbing up and down rolling hills. But the problem is these mountains are set up for enduro and downhill, which is basically either shuttle or pedal really slowly up and then rip down as fast as you can. So
thus the full face mask.
Yeah. So these kids are showing up like, yeah, we want to be on the bike team. Like we're gonna be jumping and doing tricks.
Ready to
and
crash.
You're like, wait, hold on.
Yeah. And NICA, I gotta adjust. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
I gotta I feel like I'm.
Oh, you are. Oh no, you were sinking. Huh? You're in a little sinkhole.
I want to
right
sink
here.
this way though.
Yeah.
That'll level me out.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So it was kind of funny because these kids are like, "Wait, you want us to pedal up there?" Like, our parents just drive us, and we get like 8 laps. And I was like, "Yeah, how do I sell this?" You know. So we had a couple years like that, and then I think we talked about it. But my girls were kindergarten and preschool when I started this. And I was like, this is a long-term investment. I got to do this for 6 years before they get into this. And I was like, what if we had something for younger kids to like learn the skills and then they're like ready to go when they get to NICA. Rogue Composite was the name of our team because we were a composite of the Rogue Valley.
Meaning like kids from
all
Medford,
over. It's not school-based.
Cool.
There are school-based teams, but we can get into that piece a little later. But in terms of the start, it was like, hey, if you want to drive to the practices, like you can be on the team.
Right. Well, that's where I was like, we need something in GP because like 45 minutes is a lot.
We've had Grants Pass kids on the team a lot. Yeah, and it's a lot. And they don't always come back, you know, because
Right.
it's the
So
drive.
it's a lot.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a multi-year commitment.
Yeah, right.
Like if you know it's only going to be 2 or 3 years.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure. But if it's like, oh, you're in this
you're
for
going.
the next 16
You
years.
can just see the writing on the wall, and you're like, I don't want to drive there every day.
It's a bit. It's a bit.
Anyways, so at the time we were maybe a season or two into the road composite team, which is in the fall, and kind of having a pretty good success with recruiting kids, and we started to get a little more into, okay, the kids understand what this is.
We understand what it is.
Yeah, totally.
Like how it works.
And
We the
at
leaders.
the same time I was trying to figure out how to get younger kids into it, we were also starting to lose some of the kids who were like, yeah, we don't want to pedal anymore. That's not for us.
We want to
ride
rip.
bikes for this specific experience, and you're not providing it. So all of a sudden I'm like, oh man, we need more programs, and we need to open this up. How do we do it? Well, another kind of divine intervention, whatever you want to call it, was one of my co-founders, Stephen Crothers, had moved into my.
Hey, howdy, hi, y'all. It's Heather here to interrupt this amazing episode with Casey. So, I want to talk about Ashland DEVO. If you have a kid with energy, curiosity, or honestly just way too much screen time happening, this could be for you. Obviously, you have to be in the Ashland area as well. But Ashland DEVO is a Southern Oregon youth mountain biking program getting kids off the couch and onto the trails, building confidence, resilience, and real life grit through these coached rides and community, baby. And it's not just for kids. DEVO also runs Wombat, Women on Mountain Bikes and Trails, baby. These are 3-hour clinics for women and young adult girls focused on fundamentals of mountain biking in a supportive all-female environment with professional coaches. So whether you're signing up for your kid, learning for yourself, or you just want to support this really cool mission that DEVO has going on through donations and scholarships, this is how we build a stronger outdoor community, y'all. Let's get involved. Check out Ashland DEVO and come ride with us. Howdy, friends. Quick little pause on the adventure. First of all, we just want to say thank you. Truly. The fact that you're out there listening to this weird little outdoor podcast we started means more to us than you probably realize. We're just two little feral childhood besties that had an idea, grabbed some microphones, and decided to record conversations in the wild. And somehow you showed up for it. Thank you. So if this podcast has ever made you laugh, taught you something, or kept you company on a drive, a hike, or a day at the river, we have one small favor to ask you. Give the show a follow, tap the stars, and leave a review if you can. And also, here's a little fun exercise. Think of the first person who popped in your head while listening to this episode. Because let's be honest, everyone on podcasts reminds somebody of somebody, or somebody you know that'll enjoy this podcast. Send this episode to them. That's honestly the best way this little wildly podcast grows. All right, thanks for being here with us. Now let's go wildly together.
Okay, we're back.
Okay, we're back.
Stephen
Carruthers. Okay, we did it.
Yeah, so I met Stephen Crothers, who was a new neighbor. He has a daughter, maybe 3 years younger than my girls. And yeah, he was like, how do we get these girls riding together? I'm like, well, funny you say that. I have this team, and I want to start this K-5 program, like, but I don't know how to do it. Like, does anything like this exist? And he's like, I'm from Durango, and there's a massive program, and like, yeah, let's start it. Like instantly, you know? And I was like, well, if there's a model and a guide, like, let's get into it. And Steven's like the dreamer and I'm the realist, so it was automatically a good combination, because like he could tell me when I wasn't pushing ideas enough, and I could tell him when whatever he was saying was crazy. But it both kind of worked out.
But just crazy enough to work.
Just crazy enough, yeah. What's up, man? I'm podcasting.
Yeah.
I'm starting a new career.
Soundbite.
Look at me, I'm doing it. It's way better than mountain biking. Yeah, so we got together and we pulled in another friend, Mike Vanderberg, and we kind of put our heads together and we're like, how do we do this? Well, Steven was like, I'm just going to call Sarah Tescher, who founded Durango DEVO. and see what she has to say. And he calls her and he's like, hey, she wants to fly out, like, and she does this. We just got to pay her $500. She'll be here the entire weekend. Like, it's really good value. And I was like,
Does she still do it for that? She's still doing
I don't know
that?
if she does it for that, but she would definitely still do it.
I could just pay you though, and you could help.
Yeah, no, I can do it for sure. Yeah, there you go. It'll be $499.
That's fine. That seems worth it, because like, even, sorry to interrupt, but even Bob and I now are just like, we talked to Heather, and it was still a little like, wait, she didn't tell us that there was like, we can get online to the portal and all of the guide stuff is there to like starting a team and everything.
Sure,
and then we talked to somebody else, one of the gals in, oh gosh, where is she at? I can't remember. We talked to another team captain gal, and she was like, oh yeah, all you need to do is get on the portal. And it's all of it's right there for you. And we're like, oh.
Yeah, totally.
Anyway, I just want to say that because like, it's hard
nice
to figure it out. Yeah.
Who's done it before, and like, kids riding bikes, we're not reinventing the wheel.
No, it's easy. But
we
the
are
coordination,
doing something that doesn't exist where we live. Right. So there's value to it, but there's also a hack.
Yeah, totally.
So Sarah flew out, and she was amazing. You know, they started their program in 2006. I think they have close to 1,000 kids in their program, and their town is the same size as Ashland, which is insane.
It's so cool.
But it's way more. It's been a culture. I've never been there, but from what I gather, it's like that's the culture there. Like here, it's Shakespeare. There, it's mountain biking. Like you can't do anything or cycling. I'll say you can't do anything without running into that. You know. Anyway, so. She had a meeting, and I had put out feelers to parents who were already in the NICA program, and I got maybe 8 to 15 people who were interested in coaching to show up to this meeting with Sarah. And Sarah kind of talks about how to create an organization, and then we do this whole thing, and we offered some free clinics. We're like, let's just put some feelers out, K through 5, free clinic. Like, how's this going to work? And meet at White Rabbit, and we would show up, and Sarah would kind of walk us through like a class, how you would maybe run a class. And then we spent more time doing games with her, and like all the things you would need to know to like the meat and potatoes of it. But then she also told us like how to set up a nonprofit, how to fundraise, all this stuff. And
wow, she brought a lot of value.
At the time, it was like, do we set up as a nonprofit or a private business? And for me, I think at this time, actually, I had left my fire career. Okay. With the intention of setting something up that would help bring income in, but I wasn't going to be the primary breadwinner. And I didn't know how long that would take or how that would look long term. It's still like a moving goalpost, it seems, with my family to make it work. But at the time it was like, oh man, this is going to take a lot of work to make any living wage from.
That's how we feel.
Savings built up to be able to.
Oh
for a little while,
for sure, because my wife hadn't been working. Okay. So we essentially flipped, and she got a really good full-time job here, and she wanted to go work labor and delivery. That's like her passion. She's 10 times better at that than I am at running mountain bike programs. Like that's just like her calling, you know? And so we were already a single income family. So it was less harsh, I think. But yeah, we were able to do it. And
it's kind of what you have to do to chase a dream.
Yeah,
just
I guess.
Dive in.
Yeah, it was probably
some sacrifice and risk.
Really, like financially, no financial planner would have ever told me to go and do that. But like, I was really miserable at the fire job. We don't need to get into that piece of it because it's not that interesting. But like, it was a good time to like have something new to like grab my attention. Yeah. And so
looking for a way out, and here it was.
Right. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. And super supportive wife, Allison, who DEVO wouldn't exist without her. Because like, you know, she could have easily been like, yeah, right. You're not like chasing this stupid dream of like mountain biking stuff. But I think she recognized the value that it was going to give our daughters. And she believed in me and herself, and, you know, but yeah, definitely, you know, two-way street or whatever. Like definitely had to have her on board. Yeah, so we found like it was just me, Steven, Mike, and then our wives on the board to start.
Wow.
And we like drafted bylaws, we got a lawyer, and it was just like we kept pushing, like we'd ask these questions like, well, how do we do this? And then we just figure out the answers.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you have to, like you can't let something stop you. You just have to make the phone call. You have to set up the meeting, and you have to like ask the questions that make the lawyer like, well, I better look into that, you know? And so it's a lot of persistence, I think.
And lots of other people have done it before.
Yeah.
Probably
right.
with, in some ways, less smarts, less skills, less connections. They've made it work.
They've made it work, yeah. And it's always scary because you look at those programs as like, it's kind of like when, I don't know if you have kids, but when you have kids and you're like, oh shit, I'm still a kid. And you realize that your parents didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that too.
Yeah.
Like where you're like, oh,
wait
you
a minute.
look up to these other people or entities as like, oh, they've been there forever. They must know everything. And then they don't. And you're like, oh, that's kind of scary. We're all just out here
Yeah.
shooting from the hip.
Yeah.
making
I'm
it
trying
up
to
as we
tell
go.
my son, my 9-year-old, I'm trying to relay that message now. I'm like, hey, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Like, please listen. But if I make a mistake,
Right.
I don't know what I'm
Yeah,
doing.
that's good too, though. That's like, yeah.
Instead of
sets up
pretending
good
like you've got it
communication.
all figured out and you
Right.
know
Yeah, yeah,
everything. Like,
Yeah, nobody does.
Yeah.
It's
Nobody
cliche,
does.
But yeah. Anyways, so we were able to kind of fast forward. We set up these first programs, and we had everything like on Google spreadsheets, you know, and we're like set some pricing. We're like, I don't know, this sounds okay. Like it's going to cover the insurance, but like we need the people to sign up, you know, hope, fingers crossed. And we had done 3 or 4 free clinics, and like one of them had like 100 kids show up. So I was like, I know the need's there. Now, how do we like connect the dots, right? And so we're like ready to launch. We have our final board meeting before registration. And then we're like, all right, March 5th, registration opens, but it was 2020.
Oh,
So it's like,
when it all fell apart.
boom. Yeah. It's COVID. And, all that just like goes away. And it was like so disappointing. I was like, it was such, you know, we had so much momentum, you know, and it was like, oh my God, how are we going to get through this? I'm definitely not getting any, this is definitely all volunteer pro bono, you know, like there's no money coming in. And we did the small amount of money we did get. It was like, well, these business sponsors gave us money, but like now we can't do anything. So what do we do? And we just had to really adapt and like play by the rules. We did end up running kind of like an abridged like 4-week middle school program that spring in like June. Like I forget how it worked, but we were following all the guidance. We had Devo masks with like Devo on it. And then
And you're outdoors.
we were outdoors.
And you're on your own bike. It's not like
Yeah.
really interfacing with one another.
Yeah, and like we didn't maybe know as much as we know at the time, but like now, like, you know, you're not going to catch a cold outside. You're going to catch it indoors around a bunch of people. So it felt pretty safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
But there was so much unknown that you're like, oh shit, we might as well just like play it by ear.
yeah, we have to be very
And two-
careful about perception.
Yeah,
because,
too.
Because all of a sudden people are like,
Oh no.
if they see us on the trails and we're not following. So it was like a very stressful, it was already stressful, just with like everyone's family life of like, oh, our kids aren't going to school, this and that. But yeah, some of those kids in that first program they're seniors now, and they have become like the kids that have kind of carried the development of the program all the way through. So it's like really cool to
that's
see
neat.
them make it through. Anyways, so by the fall, we were able to run what we initially wanted to, and yeah, that was a pretty good feeling. So that's how the ball got rolling. Kind of a long way around that, but yeah, and then so basically, what these programs look like is semester long, 6 to 8 weeks, once a week or twice a week, depending on your age and skill. And these kids are just getting together in peer groups of like 8 to 10 kids with 2 coaches, and they're just playing, learning, you know, developing skill. And really, well, our mission is instilling wellness in our youth by building grit, resilience, and camaraderie. So like trying to build grit, resilience, and camaraderie. So it's like the teamwork, it's the pushing through hard things, it's continuing to move even when things get hard and handling setbacks. So
Getting back up when you fall down.
yeah, and of course having fun. That's like the first and foremost program goal of every program. It says have fun for the coaches to remember that. So that's kind of what the programs do. And then we've added stuff every year. So we have a race series we do in the spring for the community. We do like 5 or 6 races, local around, and then we end like at a business sponsor in town, which is pretty cool. We started a women's initiative called the Wombats, Women on Mountain Bikes and Trails. Nice. And so we have a community development director, Leslie Eldridge, who is running that, and she's doing a great job. We kind of identified like the lack of girls as like an issue we wanted to address, and it's a nationwide thing with mountain biking, but we thought, well, who cares? We can still try to change it here.
That's kind of outdoor recreation as a whole is pretty male dominated. Women are changing that, and thank you for being a man wanting to change that too.
Well, I have 2 daughters, and I probably admittedly would not feel the same way if I had 2 sons, but maybe because I didn't know, and about like how 25% of girls drop out of their sport by the time they're in 8th grade, that kind of stuff. But yeah, having 2 daughters and trying to raise them like with like a lot of inner strength and like those things, resilience and grit, like it's super important to me.
And not trying to raise them as boys, but trying to raise them as girls with these qualities.
Because there are major differences, and I'm finding out every day. They're like, my older one's a teenager now, and
making adjustments for hormone cycles and
wild.
social demands.
So it's like this, but someone once told me if you get your daughter through the age of 11 and 12 and she's still riding bikes, she's probably going to keep doing it. And I was like, okay, well, they're 13 and 12 now. So hopefully I'm close.
I've recently been learning that one of the key indicators for anybody, but particularly a female, to grow up with a sense of confidence is having love and attention from her father. Yeah,
for sure. There's like a lot of, data that backs that up, and it's unfortunate that doesn't happen for everybody, but I'm in a position to make it happen, so I'm not going to like screw that up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Like if I can do it, I'm going to do it. Like, and I'm lucky enough where like I'm not gone like I used to be all the time in the fire department. So a lot of that decision making was like being freaking terrified at like the possibility of like not being able to give my kids that.
Yeah.
So
on that women's in the women's space of mountain biking and stuff, right before I had Roscoe and I kind of fell off the face of the earth, I started just an Instagram account that was called Send Her.
Oh, cool.
So it's like a women's mountain biking collective, and it didn't go anywhere because obviously I got pregnant with Roscoe and kind of did my thing. It hasn't gone
anywhere yet.
Not anywhere yet. Anyway, and that was me. I was like, just being in the bike shop full time, it was like seeing such a lack of women in the space, but the women that were coming in and my friends, I would quickly make friends with them, and it was like they really wanted that space to not ride with the guys because there's only ever guys riding group. Like even our Thursday night trail ride that Sean puts on that's our bread and butter. He does it rain or shine, hot or cold, and
we have that Cycle Sport does that on Wednesday nights here. One of our sponsors.
And it's just like, but there's all these guys, and he comes in and he's like, oh yeah, a girl showed up. She said that she would like to ride with more girls, and it's just like da-da-da. Anyway, but I was so amazed at the support that I got when I launched that center. I had so many Ashland girls.
That's cool.
Just like, follow and then message me like, hey, what's this all about? Da, 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 and all this shit. And I was like, this is really cool. Like there's a lot of like want and need. And then unfortunately I just like, I was in a space that I couldn't.
Or whatever, just because you didn't have the capacity.
I didn't have the capacity to put it on. But that was it's always kind of been my goal. I'm trying to revive that in Grants Pass, at least for the few women that ride and getting more women in riding. I want to do a like every other week alongside the guys ride.
And less, I mean, you have your own thing up there, I know, but like if you ever send a carpool down, like Leslie's doing it every Wednesday night.
Cool.
Wombat ride.
That's cool.
And so show up for that and like you'll probably meet 20, 30 women. Like it's huge.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of I would like to network meet and then, you know, if Thursday nights every other week we do this ride in GP if you want to explore.
Come up there,
I was just saying on the ride up, I was like, oh, I really want to go trail running with the Woodland girls crew.
They're very active down here.
And I was like, but I got to start running because like I haven't been trail running forever too. So
Ashland's on a different caliber of athleticism
but
than
these are like,
in general.
I know.
but you got to remember, like even most of the, there's a couple men's groups that are they're gonna try to drop you. But like most of those kind of like sponsored rides are no drop.
Right.
So like that means like
we don't.
Leslie's going to be there with like the person who's in last, like helping you and just like it's all just fun. Like
that's what Sean.
You don't have to be like a certain. You're not slowing people down. You're not ruining their time. Like it's just like getting out there and like it's super.
Building community and doing it together.
I'm telling you that Sean doing the Thursday night ride has been like so. I'm surprised. He always has the core group of dudes, but like, and then he'll have like like there'll be seasons where there's this one guy riding or like this group and da 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 da. And it's just like you think there would be a little bit more, but there's not. But like I don't know, we try.
More turnout, you mean?
Yeah, like more turnout, but it's still happening. We're not really in like
just the fact that it's existing and it's existing though, because like we offer stuff too, and sometimes I'm like, this is gonna sell out in a week, and then like because everybody's like, hey, you should do this, and then you do it, and like one person signs up, and you're like, well, we're still doing it though, and like people might feel bad, like my helpers might feel bad, and I'm like, no, don't feel bad, like we're like putting it out there.
Yeah,
like,
no.
It exists,
and it's consistent. And it's consistency, right? Like that's all like things that pop, like group things and activities that pop up. I'm always just like, gosh, I hope they just stay consistent through this, like through the time of like maybe there's a season where there's not a lot of show up. Like don't. I don't know. I'm just like. That's been Sean and I's like, no, continue to do it. Like you need to just like, regardless if you're the only one or.
I think it's really valuable to do things that you want to do so that no matter what, if nobody shows up, you're still doing what you want.
Yeah, Sean's still doing it.
Bonus if other people are there.
Yeah, and knowing that could be an option, so you stay positive about it. I knew some, like maybe we wouldn't have numbers that I thought we could get, but that's just like a problem for me to solve. It doesn't affect the whole experience.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I can take that piece back and be like, oh, how can I do a better job at getting the word out or like recruiting who I think would enjoy this or benefit from it. But like, I still experienced that with maybe 3 other kids and 2 other coaches that had the time of their lives or whatever.
Yeah.
Because there's value in that small group, like more one-on-one attention and connection. And then there's value in, oh my God, look at all these people here. This is so cool. Like,
right. And sometimes it's better when it's just like a core group.
It's just different.
I don't know. It's funny because the times that we've put in group rides on like weekend trips up to like Bandon and stuff. Yeah. I have like, we have like 50 riders and I'm like, we can't all ride together. Like we'll do a run all in a fucking snake. And like it's just like, it's like, okay, that's not fun. Like we got to pair off it or like, break off into groups and like, but those are the funnest times when we go and do like big rides, big group stuff. But
that's super cool.
Anyway.
But
mountain biking.
That's Devo. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I have like my 2-minute pitch on what Devo is down, and like that was like you asked me like, what is Devo, and I was like, uh-oh.
And
I don't know I think how I'm gonna freeform this, but
and
that's
you have
to
more
do it in 7 minutes tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure.
And the Devo part of like that, like from the kindergarten or whatever, like young into like all the way up and more development and stuff, right? Because Devo's short for development.
Right. It's like what a lot of cycling programs use. And when Sarah got here, she's like, feel free to steal that. Ashland DEVO sounds nice. I'm like, it does.
Yeah.
And that makes it feel like it is part of this whole
it's
a bigger thing.
Development program.
Yeah.
And that's, I feel like, where I really want that centered, and I'm not saying like I want the NICA too, because I think that's such a good program to have as well. But that's where I I got my kids, I gotta get them going, and
Yeah.
Sean would be more involved, and
Yeah, you can
the
even
bike
start
shop
with the
and-
kids meetup ride.
yeah.
Like
just
we're gonna
the
meet
kids
at the
meetup.
B Street jumps
Yeah.
or whatever, like
Yeah.
half an hour,
Yeah, I should
45
start
minutes.
that,
You're
for
like,
sure.
you know, it doesn't have to be. That's what I learned too. Is like to be on a mountain bike, you don't have to be in the mountains necessarily.
Yeah, you just be ripping and doing
You just
whatever.
have to be riding with like a group of people that you enjoy being around.
Yeah.
You know, you don't
Yeah.
have to be riding. Like some of the little kids will just like have the best. They might remember like splashing in Bear Creek as their Devo experience, and then like their parents ask them in the next semester, "Do you want to sign up?" And they say, "Yeah, hopefully." You know, and like
Yeah.
we get a lot of kids who come back year after year, semester after semester.
Yeah, that's cool. I love that part of it. Love
Yeah.
that component.
Yeah, and you know
And it's March, guys.
Yeah.
So it's really kind of we're coming.
Yeah.
I feel like, well, at
I
least
know.
GP.
Building.
Yeah, GP's coming out of the hibernation hole. So
yeah, it's about time. I mean, we've kind of just with the low snow year, it's been kind of like a year-round deal, which
that's been
is-
great. Yeah, that's good.
it's not
Good for-
my favorite.
Yeah.
I know.
I need
want
like
the
2
seasons.
months. I need them because I'm gonna be on my bike so much, you know, starting right after spring break that like I burn out. You know?
Ooh, yeah.
And I know it when I'm burning out, and like I'll
I have a question.
I'll coach, you know, like 2 or 3 days a week, but in my spare time, like I will not ride my bike. Like I'll go run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That nice balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also have a love for trail running,
Ask your question, and then we have to ask our core question.
and then we got to get rolling.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I was like, every time I see like the no snow up at Mount Ashland, I always comment on like I'm like, you guys really need to capitalize on those mountain biking, you know, in the
Oh,
summertime,
right.
like get
Yeah.
the runs open, get the things rolling up there. I would love to see Mount Ashland kind of capitalize on mountain biking more.
Yeah, I definitely think that would be really good for the area. I just don't think. I think there's like enough red tape with the federal government and the way that the Mount Ashland ski lease is, and the designation
Yeah, it's a little
of the
different.
watershed being like a gosh, there's a name for it. Marshall probably knows.
Yeah.
LRA or something. Anyways, it's got some special designation that makes it really hard to build new things or use whatever.
I know.
And it's like such a shame because the terrain is really good up there. It's like way different. It's like subalpine, so there's a lot of
Yes.
rock.
Yeah.
And more Tahoe style.
Yeah, it's my
Riding.
favorite. It's my favorite ride in the
And
I love
there's
me
like
an Ashland ride day.
there's like a couple spots where you could put the sweetest loops. Like if you ever climbed out to Time Warp, if you had like a way to get back down to the south and grab a fire road and just like do a loop up there, like that would be a great ride in itself. And you're not even going out to Time Warp and dropping into the watershed. I think
I know.
the opportunities only exist really in a feasible way on the Klamath side, because right there it splits. The Klamath side's the south side, and the Siskiyou's is the Rogue River Siskiyou is the north side, and there's just too many. There's
Too much red tape. Yeah,
on the
totally.
north
That makes
side.
sense. Marshall mentioned something. We just recorded with Marshall last Monday. You won't see this in the, show, like, because we're going to splice up who comes,
Marshall's
who's.
episode's already out.
Oh yeah, Marshall's is already out. Okay, anyway, but he was mentioning the like kind of not necessarily like lack of mountain biking community, but like a little bit broken as far as like he was mentioning that sometimes it's hard to get like a community together. Like
there's
they're
Ashland mountain biking, there's Grants Pass mountain biking.
no, not like that. No, even just in Ashland, he was saying just being on RVMBA and like, having these meetups and like little events here and there to kind of bring the community together. He notices kind of a lack of like, I don't know, camaraderie with like individuals and like all coming together to mountain bike. Do you experience that? Do you see that? I mean, you're on the youth side, so
I
there's
know
a
what
lot
he's
of community.
talking about for sure. Yeah. And it's basically like relative to other mountain bike communities, I'd say. Whereas like you go to Bellingham and like the local businesses are like calling you to give you money,
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like that's what RVMBA is trying to do, but I was on the board of RVMBA at one point. And it's sometimes a struggle because there's these perceptions of who's on the board are representing the current iteration of mountain bikers. So like maybe maybe a shop owner had a disagreement with somebody who's like on the board now, and they're like, oh, we're not going to donate money to that. We're going to go do this thing instead. Or the business is doing the same thing. So then all of a sudden you have like a bunch of people like in their own little subgroups, and it's been this way forever, so why would we try to change it now, or this whatever. Part of that comes from, I know we're blessed with good trails here, but like they all are in one area, and there's like basically 2 main routes to get out on that side, and there's not enough, so everybody gets fixated on these single trails, and there's like some tension can develop because people have different ideas of what those trails should look like and who should be running them, who should be managing it. So
interesting.
yeah, there is a dynamic.
Do you think it's just like Ashland ego?
Yeah, part of it. Yeah.
Like just like when you said like, oh, some business owner doesn't like somebody that was on, so they had a disagreement or some sort of a.
Yeah,
and
I
then,
think
like,
a lot of it's
like, you guys, let's put ego away from mountain biking.
Well, mountain biking can be pretty egotistical as it is for whatever reasons, and yeah, I think it's not just businesses, but it's people who you would expect would want to help out. Or my favorite is like when you put in all this volunteer time and effort to go put a trail work day on, and you get it done, and you have this great turnout, everyone's positive, and then like every time you're going to get an email from somebody who has they'd get a blister just looking at a shovel, but they're going to like start being, oh, well, why did you change this berm here? It should be this way. Like keyboard warriors, and like I can't believe you just sent me this email, like just would never. And there's a lot of people like that who like would never go out and help out and like try to make stuff better around them, but they're going to be the first to comment on what's wrong with what you did. Yeah. And it's pretty wild. And
that's everywhere for sure.
Yeah.
That's when you got to pick your battles and just like let it go.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I'm pretty good at like letting that kind of stuff go. That's
I
like
feel
one
like
of my skills. I'm like, whatever. If you don't, or I'll hear like, people for Diva, and this is like less egregious, but they'll be like, oh, can you do this on this certain day? Like I only can make this certain day work, or, you put that event at a really bad time for the kids who are doing this activity. I'm like, sorry.
Yeah.
Like, what? I mean, I'm not going to change it, and like, I'm going to take feedback where I can and make my programs better. But like, I need to accommodate my coaches, my instructors, and my staff before. And if you want to make it a priority, you'll make it a priority. But
yeah, totally.
Otherwise, like,
it's kind of back to
you gotta pick.
Like,
you just
do
gotta
it
pick.
when you can do it and when you want to do it, and those who can join will join, and those who can't, like, sorry, you can't meet everybody.
You can't meet
all
everyone's
the time.
needs, and like that's what's like. I just have to like shut that off. Like I'm not gonna meet everyone's needs, and that's okay.
Yeah, they can start their own club.
Yeah, for sure.
They have that prerogative. If they want.
Well, but that's what ends up happening, though. It's like, yes, that's great, and everybody starts their own thing. But then I feel like, and then all these associations are like not working together too to make a bigger collective point or bigger collective come together on a certain trail system or yada yada, vice versa. It's just like ends up and it's just like too many of these subgroups, when really if we could all just work together we could get more done.
No, the most successful organizations are communities that are like, they trust the organization, so they're all on the same page. And also the alliance idea of like, so Sierra Buttes Trail Stewardship, Downeyville area and like Northern Sierras, they have like hikers, snowmobilers, mountain biker, all in the same
all kinds
alliance.
Of trail users,
and
that use it at different times,
raking
in different ways.
in money from all these different funding sources like Caltrans and like big OHV money, and they're super successful. And like, yeah, the subgroup thing and like the bickering and the infighting is just like counterproductive.
Yeah, because it would make sense if there's a club that can meet on Wednesdays and a club that can meet on Fridays, and so.
But then you do something together too.
You do things together, or you at least communicate, or you like pull the same fundraising and. Yeah. And not like.
You get a lot more done.
Oh, I work with them, but I don't work with them.
It takes a really good organizer to pull that together.
Yeah.
Like manage personalities.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, it comes down to managing personalities for sure.
Yeah. So that's all like a paid position in itself.
Yeah,
You know,
that's a full-time job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's. We are getting to the end of our allotted time here, so let's ask our core question.
Yeah.
Is share with us. I mean, it really does sound like most of your life has been oriented in the outdoors, and outdoor opportunities have redirected your path in life and guided you every which way. But has there been one particular moment or experience that really changed the course of your life or changed the way that you look at yourself or the world?
Yeah, this, you kind of summed it up as like, it's kind of just been a constant. And I kind of struggled with, one thing, but I know you guys wanted to hear something. So, yeah,
Okay, here, let me help you. Have you ever taken a big, like, backcountry fall on your bike or something, and it's been like it was just like really crazy, or
Like
any sort of big
setback.
energy, or like maybe seeing a wild animal?
setbacks. I mean, I honestly think like my biggest like singular like aha moments for me where I am now, I think, so maybe less my life, but like my family, is like watching my girls like thrive on like a ski run where I'm behind them, or like where I'm riding bikes with them, and then the points where they like started to develop more skill than I have, and I could just see the stoke being passed. Like, it's almost like they're like sucking the skill out of me, because you ride at their pace, right? And like, then you forget how to ride at your pace, but they get better, and then all of a sudden they're like, so I think like just that experience has been like the most like the coolest thing to like, because it's like the ultimate flow state. Like, you're not just in your flow state, but you're in like the family. It's like playing music with somebody,
Totally.
and
Yeah.
you're like, I don't know. I wish I had a really cool story for you guys. I mean, I've had a lot of fun experience. Like, like the first time on a wildland fire is just like mind blowing, because you're just in this environment you're used to, but it's on fire. It's nighttime, and there's like noises and sounds and sights that like aren't normal. And, those were like formative moments for outdoors, of like, not only am I like recreating the outdoors, but I'm like a part of this phenomenon of like fire and like change, and that's always been really cool to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a cool one. Yeah, that's a good answer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And like, I'm really drawn to things that like people have experienced like in different past generations. So like, that's probably a bad way to explain it, but this will make sense, is like being out there on a fire with like just like an axe,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like digging the dirt, and you're like, oh, someone in the 1850s did this exact same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
And it still works today.
right. And those things are hard to find in today's world, because everything's automated, or AI, or even just like phones. Like, it's like
Or gas powered.
the experiences we're living now aren't like the same as they were. But I think there's so many lessons. Like, we were like probably tougher as like a human race, at least Americans, back in those times. So like, I like try to find those experiences that give me that feeling, and they're hard to find. But yeah, the wildland fire thing was one of them, where I was like, and also that's why I like trail running, because like, I don't have this big fancy bike, which is super fun, but it's still, a bike, and everyone's trying to sell you upgrades and this and that. But like, trail running or hiking, like, you're just throwing your shoes on, and like, it's like the most pure feeling for me, of like being out there with like barely any gear.
Just you and the
I like that too. Sean's always questioning. He's like, well, why don't you take your bike out? And I'm like, there's just something different about trail running, man. Like,
You're
it's
slower.
It's just
you
a
can
different.
Hear the sounds more.
Right.
You feel the earth.
It's a completely different experience. Well, now that he had his calf, he just tore a muscle in his calf really bad. He's like, maybe I need to diversify. I'm like, yeah, maybe.
If I'm like struggling with like a Devo program, or like something, a question that came up, and I go for a run, it has to be over 30 minutes, I found. But I get in this mindset flip where I'm like, my best ideas come when I'm
Running. Oh, high five there. Me too. Me too. Oh my God.
That
That's
was
where.
a good high five.
Yeah, that was good.
I
So
was gonna ask for him, but I was like, no.
when I had my aha moment when I was trail running that I needed to sell my catering company and buy
nice.
the bike shop.
There you go.
And it was just like this, like so much clarity.
Yeah, I can't find it in biking.
It's this not the same.
Complexity.
It still does a lot for me of like, oh, I got out for a bike ride, or it's something about the pace and like where your heart, I don't know. There's got to be something.
Yeah, it's
There's
also
science about bilateral movement that is like
Like
trauma
real good.
processing and
Yeah.
nervous system calming, and it absolutely does get you in a flow state
And
of clarity.
the trail running, I really love being by myself because of that reason of the clarity. And I like mountain biking for the like community aspect and riding with other people. That's where I get all my stoke.
Right.
And so I'm not thinking about this. I'm not processing the same things on my mind because I'm more just like interacting with my group too while I'm riding.
That makes sense.
So it's this like different experience.
Yeah, I don't like trail running with other people.
No, hell freaking no.
Like
It's
I
just
have
something.
friends
Sorry to
who
my trail
go
running
on.
group.
Sorry, guys.
I have friends who go on group runs, and I'm like, the pace is just too different.
Yeah. I don't mind.
And run.
Yeah.
I don't mind trail running with a group if it's like, you know, like I have obviously, and it's fun when it comes like every once in a while, but like the daily grind that I used to, I haven't been on the trail in a while, but it's like, it's something special.
Yeah, it's you time.
Yeah,
it's when you get to like actually hear yourself and get in touch with yourself, and that's where we come up with our
all the ideas,
and
all the best ones.
We see the truth in our experiences when we're on our own.
100%.
Yeah.
I feel
Totally.
like I flopped the big question.
No, it was great. See, that's what it's just meant to do, is just like random.
Yeah.
But here's another question.
Okay.
When you pass away one day, how do you want to be remembered?
Oh man.
Like how quick that was. Usually it's a little bit more elaborate.
Yeah,
Like, how do you
no, I
wanna be-
just hope that people who are around me like keep doing kind of like, you know, if I can't think of any other than my kids, right?
Right. That's how me too.
So, I love my wife, but there's probably some like positives that'll come when I'm gone for her. Like little things, just like the little silver linings, right? Like, oh, no more like
You don't have
cleaning
to.
up his messes when he
was
leaves for a bike ride, and like I got some room back in the garage.
No
but-
more calls that he crashed his bike. And
Yeah,
he needs a
yeah,
ride.
for sure, yeah.
I mean, hopefully that's like
But I'm not
decades
the point
in the future where
the
that's
point
like
is,
not an everyday thing.
The point is, like, I don't think I'm gonna be passing anything to her, right? Like, we're like, you know, we're not. I don't make.
She's not your legacy.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, I know.
Just want to clear that up. But yeah, with my girls.
Allison, he still loves you.
Yes. With my girls, yeah, I just want them to. I really just want them, honestly. Like, my main thing is I want them to like try hard at things.
Yeah.
And like work
and
hard.
thrive and.
Yeah, of course, like thrive, but I think you get that from like learning to work hard and try and persist and figure things out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like any one activity that can do that, but for me, it's been the outdoors. But I think like whatever they do, just like do it 100%. I was like thinking about that the other day. Like, if I was like on my deathbed, what would I want to tell them? You know, and I just be like, don't give up.
Do it 100,000%, baby.
And it sounds so silly, but like it's true.
It
Like,
is.
I had so many chances to like give up and like stop doing Devo, but like, or move, you know, even. And it's just, I want to see how the story of Devo plays out. I was like, I just got to keep moving forward. So my dad always used to say, like, he's just like, it doesn't matter what you're doing as long as you're moving, like, keep moving forward. Like, don't be stagnant.
I have the 1% every day. Just do, be better, like, every day. Try to be better, like 1% better at least.
Yeah.
It's like just.
Yeah, and you have your off days, sure, but like
100% looks different every day.
Generally, like if you're moving in a positive direction, like your days are going to be positive too. So
Yeah, even the down ones.
I hope I have enough time to say all that on my deathbed.
Well, it's
only get,
recorded
like,
here.
We've got it.
We'll send it to him.
I don't get 4 words out. But.
Yeah. So when or actually it's the,
Do you have a favorite piece of outdoor gear
that's
or
the one.
equipment that you have with you either no matter what you're doing or on your during your favorite outdoor activity?
I mean, I definitely have like my brands. Like I always get the Ultra trail runners.
Oh yeah.
They're kind of minimalist, but I have some hip issues, and like anything with the big drop is gonna mess me up. So they're not super durable, but they don't make me hurt when I run. So I love these shoes.
I'm in the market for some new shoes.
I don't think everybody would love these.
Well, I'm coming from the Nike Trail.
To them. If
Yeah.
you've been in like
I don't know.
or Sauconys
Right.
or anything else, you kind of have to take it easy getting into
I've been
Ultras,
in
but they're
the-
a good transition shoe to then be like super minimalist.
Yeah.
Well, I came from
For
the,
zeros,
yeah, I came from the Barefoot 5, right? The 5-finger barefoot shoes. I was running in those forever. And then I was like, I need more support because I keep having some weird things going on. And I went to the running store here and I got fitted for, and they fitted me in the Nike Trail.
Shout out Rogue Valley Runners.
Yeah, shout out. You guys did good. I always tell anybody whenever
Yeah.
That's where
people
I
are
bought
like,
They
my
carry
running shoes.
Ultras too.
Yeah.
oh, they do?
Yeah.
Good. And that's where I would go I just threw away my Nike Trails because my Nike Trails, the like gum on the bottom of them like hardened really bad and had like a really, like it got old. The like sole rubber,
Yeah.
it was weird. But I love them. They fit me like a glove. And I never had any weird issues that I was having in my barefoot runners. So that's cool.
Gear. Yeah. I don't get too attached to things.
I have
I got one.
Okay, let's hear it.
My ice axe.
What's
yeah.
that?
My ice axe is for mountaineering.
Oh, my ice axe. Okay.
Yeah. And
What'd you hear?
I don't know. I didn't
Socks.
hear it. I
Ice-
heard
ice
something
socks.
funky. I heard like a weird brand and I was like, what's that mean?
yeah, I'm not like any pro level mountaineer or anything, but I really love to get in the mountains and split board, and like I've climbed Shasta 5 or 6 times and done McLaughlin in the winter and whatever, Mount Whitney, South Sister, all that stuff. But that thing that has legitimately saved my life.
The ice axe.
Yeah, I got into some hairy conditions on Mount Bailey with some friends and had to do like full speed self arrest at like 30 miles. This is actually probably
Go. Yes.
Yeah.
We'll make time for this one.
yeah. So
Like,
so yeah, we're
I know. I was just sitting here. I'm like,
no shit.
excuse
there you
me.
were.
Excuse me, sir.
This is a good story, but I guess I don't like to think about it too much. But yeah, went out to Mount Bailey on a hut trip with some friends. So we
Hut.
just one hut.
Oh,
So
okay.
you basically do your runs and you come back and you stay at the hut. And yeah, we got into some really good stuff, and it was facing north, really stable POW, no avalanche danger.
Morning.
And yeah, we end up like wanting to check out the north side of Mount Bailey, which is traditionally like, I mean, it's kind of like the steepest runs. The north facing is the best powder in North America, at least because it's protected from the sun, and it stays cold over there. So we get up there with a group of 4 of us. They're all skiers, but I'm on a split board, so I have one less edge. Don't do as foreshadowing. I don't do as well in the icy conditions. And we're like, all right, let's just poke our heads over that knoll. So like the knoll kind of starts like this and kind of just picks up a little gradient, but it's not bad. And at the top, for whatever reason, probably because I hadn't been there before, and I'm pretty good risk management style of recreating, I pull out my ice axe and I just start snowboarding down, and my skier friend gets like 50 yards below me, and he kind of looks around and turns around and he gives like the X, like, go that way. We're not going to do this today. So what happened, this ice lens had like formed, and it wasn't like a solid thing of ice. It was like these little ice balls, but like very consistent all the way through. And like somehow the temperature had spiked or something, and it does that, like weird stuff happens and things have to align to be able to hit something safely. Anyways, so I start going down, and I'm still like on terrain that's not very steep, but I'm like, oh, this is a little icy, and I try to stop, and I kind of slide out, and I just fall, and I don't move. I'm like, oh, that was weird. This is like really icy. I get up again, I'm trying now to traverse from my heel edge to the right to this knoll where it's like super safe and I can get to another aspect facing east or something. And I slip again. I'm like, uh-oh. And that time I'm like trying to get up, but I'm like slipping as I'm getting up. And so I have my ice axe, which is about this long, and I have it buried so I can't go anywhere. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to like think about how I stand up, pull the ice axe out without slipping. I do it again, I slip again. And I'm like, now I'm like getting a little nervous. And
you're essentially alone? Like,
well, my friends are below me and they're on skis.
They can't see you?
They can see me.
Okay.
Yeah. And they're kind of over to safety, kind of watching me.
Okay.
They can see me, but they can't really help me at the moment. So then I'm like, okay, I have to stand up and I have to get over there. This is like my big shot, you know? And so I stand up and I start going and I slip, but this time I had a little more speed because I was trying to traverse hard, and I just start sliding and I'm like, oh shit. So you practice self-arrest technique, which is self-arrest is like stopping yourself with your ice axe. That's why you have the ice axe. So I bury that thing in the ice and I'm like hauling ass down the hill like out of freaking movie. And I'm just like, and as I'm putting all my weight into this axe, I feel my rib muscles start to pull, like boom, boom, boom. I'm like, oh God. So now I have like these pulled muscles and I slide probably like 50 feet. And at this point, I'm like 50 feet from this huge edge.
Oof.
That goes like 2,000 feet.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And it's not like a cliff where I would die. Honestly, it could have been like smooth snow on the other side. It could have been fine. But in my mind, like that was death, right? Like no fall zone. And my friends are looking up at me. They're like, all right, that's good enough. Like, we're going to come get you. So I'm just sitting there like ice axe buried. My ribs are on fire, you know? And now I'm cramping. I'm shaking because I'm like adrenaline dump. Mm-hmm. And like I'm cramping everywhere.
Have you stopped moving?
I'm not moving anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Done sliding.
Yeah. And so they are able to take their skis off. They put boot crampons on. Thank God they had those in their pack because you don't always bring those. But I only go with people who are pretty prepared. Yeah.
Cool.
And
Smart.
They hike up to me. They're kicking steps in the snow, right, in the ice. And with the crampons, they're pretty bomb-proof. So they were able to get to me. They cut me like a path and took my snowboard, and we like walked out the 75 yards to get to the knob, and then dropped safely back. And yeah, I still get like a pit in my stomach talking about it.
Yeah, I could see your
trauma,
whole, like, body posture it, like changed in.
Yeah, it was honestly like terrifying, and I thought I was being careful, and I was, and things can still go wrong. Like,
yeah, even when you're being careful.
Definitely, as much as you think you're in control of outside, you're not, and outside doesn't care about you either. Like, it's just there, and like it doesn't care if it kills you. It doesn't care if you have a good time.
Yeah,
it has no conscience.
It has no conscience.
Well, that's like the river. It's like you can be the safest on there, and then like somebody still like a river guide is drowning it, or you hear of that happening, and you're like, but how? They're the safest people, and it's like because you don't have any control sometimes. Yeah, it's like you got to just. That
was that experience for me. It was like I don't have control, and like I don't even know. Like it definitely made me scared, but I don't even know like what I would have. I feel like I did the right things. Like I waited for my friends. My friends did the right things.
Well, obviously you did the right thing because you're alive today. And or you didn't break a major. Like if you fell in something, I don't know. Right.
I didn't have any like serious injuries. I was able to snowboard the next finish snowboarding and then like keep the trip going.
It didn't scare you out of doing that activity again.
It definitely.
Did teach you a lesson.
I feel like I'm a little more scared of like firm conditions, which is kind of like springtime, which I coincidentally don't have as much time to because the Devo starts up anyway.
But funny this weather is like kind of giving us weird conditions.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I don't know.
So
just
I don't know. It was really scary. I thought I was gonna die. I came home and looked at Google Earth and it was like, that is so gnarly looking, you know.
You're like, would I have died?
Yeah, and I was like looking on Google Earth and I started to feel queasy and I'm like, I need to anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well,
I don't know if that's like,
that's a great story. That's what we
It's
were
a
looking
story.
for,
Yeah,
babe.
it's a
That's
story.
what we were looking for.
so that
Oh, yeah.
ice axe is like my favorite,
Yes.
because I look at that thing just hanging there, and I you know, I've used it a handful of times since then. This was probably 4 years ago. And I'm like, yeah, this is my favorite piece of equipment.
Save your life.
Sick.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I was going to ask you to, we got to wrap it up, but what's like a piece, like a tool that you always bring on mountain biking rides? Like what's the one thing that you're always bringing?
So
Do you even bring any tools? Some people don't, but then
I'm the
some
worst because all I do is harp in the kids.
Like,
you
bring your
have to
shit.
bring your required items on every ride. And then, but when I ride my bike, I generally just bring like a snack. And like if I get, okay, so there's a couple variables.
Do as I say, not as I do.
There's a couple factors in play. And the kids definitely don't have attention span to make it this far into the thing anyway.
Yeah.
So like none of the kids will see this part.
Their parents, though.
Their parents might. But the trails are set up here where you go up and then you go down and there's roads everywhere. So like I never feel on these rides in Ashland that I'm going to get stuck somewhere that I can't just walk out of. And to me, like, I really like the minimalist feel when I ride a bike. I hate a big pack, and I don't like the feel on my shoulders, and I can't ride as fast as I want to on the downhills or use the skills I want to work on because of the way the pack is shifting. So it's almost like this is my maybe two rides a year sacrifice to the mountain bike gods if I don't bring the tools, and I'm just like, well, that's just how the ride went today, and that's okay. But if I have a multi-tool in the car, I'll generally just put in my pockets.
Yeah, totally.
That's
Multi-tool. Yeah.
I
Cool.
rarely bring
All the
stuff
things.
to fix a flat tire.
Yeah.
But it's also
No plugs. You're going to find plugs
there's
out.
also not a lot of rocks here. Like these are like
That's
the most
true.
rocks you'll see.
And the
Yeah.
chances of somebody else riding by in a decent amount of time
That
could
too.
help you is probably pretty high.
That too.
Or you just
if I was in real trouble, yeah. But yeah, like I mean, I can run every trail like in the watershed or whatever, and it's like, well, I can walk my bike too. It's still exercise.
So same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
I don't know.
Well, anywho, if we're going to wrap it up, but if you want to be found or anybody's interested in getting involved with Devo or NICA here in Ashland, give us the shout of all the how to get a hold of you and how to be found.
So Ashland DEVO on Instagram and Facebook, and then ashlanddevo.org, www.ashlanddevo.org on our website. You can sign up for a newsletter. We send out all our info about our programs. And then my personal is cbots40 on Instagram, but it's really just like my kids doing athletic things. It's like my it's like the modern day like wallet photos.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Awesome.
you won't see me doing like mediocre things. You'll see like my kids doing really cool things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Cool.
Pass the
I
Flame.
love that. Yeah.
Awesome.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Casey.
Yeah.
It's
We're
really
gonna walk
nice to
down.
meet you and hang out and
Sweet.
hear your stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Get
got
some
a great-
behind the scenes.
We got a great day in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful
Blue
setting.
skies.
Amazing.
Beautiful time.
Cool. Okay.
connect.
Woohoo.
Like, follow, share, subscribe.
Do it.
I'm Emily,
I'm Heather.
and together we're.
Go wildly.
You can't see Heather's face, but.
That's a wrap on this episode of Go Wildly. From the bottom of our backpacks, thank you for listening. We know you enjoyed the show, so tap follow, tell a friend or two, and leave a quick review if you can. It makes a real difference. Your support allows Go Wildly to reach new listeners and bring more